Hey, what's happening everyone? My name is Speedstreak. Welcome to Speedstreak Discussions. We discuss news, topics, updates, discussions, and reactions for video games, movies, TV shows, comic books, and anything geek related. Well, in this video, we're going to be talking about Sonic's 35th anniversary, and I have to say, holy smokes, guys. I mean, I can't believe it's been... I still can't believe it's like 35 years ever since Sonic the Hedgehog debuted on the Sega Genesis back in 1991. I mean, holy smokes. I mean, ever since Sonic first came onto the gaming universe, everything he helped change the gaming industry forever. And yeah, well, I know originally he was meant to be a mascot to combat against Mario. He still became one of the most well-known and most awesome video game series of all time. And yeah, his series has gone through a lot of ups and downs, but recently Sonic has gone through a renaissance, aka the Sonic Renaissance, ever since the early 2020s with the first Sonic movie. And not only that, but also Sonic Frontiers and the Sonic IDW comic series has gotten a lot of traction, and even Sonic Prime and even the Sonic movie sequels has helped Sonic, well, have a resurgence, which is so freaking cool. And most recently, we've gotten both Sonic X-Shout Generations and Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, which both have been awesome games. And I really am excited to see what Sonic's 35th anniversary holds in store for us. And not only that, but Sega actually released which is a compilation of games which celebrate Sonic's 35th anniversary. And I would like to check it out. You guys may have seen it, and I actually am late to show you my reaction to you guys about this, but that's okay. So without further ado, let's dive in and check out Sonic's 35th anniversary trailer. Alright everyone, here it is, the official Sonic 35th anniversary video, and once again, it is still amazing how far Sonic has gone and grown throughout his series, and ever since his debut. I mean, he has grown from his game series and to comic series, including the Sonic the Comic, Archie, and IDW, and even some manga, and as well as his TV shows, and even his movie trilogy soon, with the 4th movie coming up soon. And it is so really cool. Alright, so without further ado, here's the 35th anniversary. So, without further ado, that is so cool. What is going on? That is so cool. Oh, nice. That is so cool. Super speed. Nice. Oh yeah.
Let's do it.
Jason Griffith, Sonic X. Oh, live and learn. Your life, moving through your mind.
The sky's the limit. It's no
Oh yes.
Sonic attack.
Sonic Prime, Sonic Unleashed. Shadow. Infinite Metal Sonic. Now. Oh, so cool. So many rings. Woo-hoo. Infinite worlds.
Road trip?
Woo-hoo. Oh, this is so cool.
Try to keep up.
Forever fast. Oh, this gives me such goosebumps. Here's to the next level. Definitely. Oh. Oh, that is so good. Oh, I love love that. I love that so much. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. That is actually a really good way for Sega to announce the Sonic's 35th anniversary. And yeah, once again, it shows how far Sonic has grown, and it shows many clips from a lot of his games, including Team Sonic, including Sonic Shout Generations and Sonic Frontiers, Team Sonic Racing, and even clips of the animations, including Sonic Manias, Sonic Origins, Sonic Racing Crossroads, and even his movie trilogy, and even Sonic Prime and Sonic X, it is so really cool. It is really cool that they mentioned Sonic X. And I also want to point out for the last part of the video that it shows the Sonic sprite that is running. Oops, where are you? There you are. Yeah, the Sonic sprite that they used here is actually from Sonic 4 Episode 2. I noticed that sprite. I noticed the sprite there. I know that I remember telling you guys about talking to you guys about the Sonic 4 Episode 2. Secret ending, which was actually leaked, last year, because yeah, originally Sonic 4 Episode 2 originally was meant to lead into Episode 3 before Sega canceled Episode 3 because the Sonic 4 trilogy was not really getting popular, but after seeing the Sonic sprite, that may indicate that it's possible that they could bring back Sonic 4 Episode 3. I really hope so, because I want to see, because you can't leave that on a cliffhanger with Little Planet being trapped in the Death Egg Mark II. You just can't. You need to finish it. Sega, please give us Episode 3. I want to see how it ends. I want to see the Little Planet being saved, Knuckles realizing, hey, Eggman duped me again. Because the episode, because the secret ending shows Knuckles in the Death Egg Mark II along with the Master Emerald powering back the Death Egg Mark II. And yeah, I want to see how it ends. But not only that, but the trailer itself also has a remix of Live and Learn, still one of my favorite Crush 40 songs. And for those of you who don't know, Crush 40 is an awesome rock band that actually teamed up with Sega to make awesome songs for the Sonic series, including Open Your Heart for Sonic Adventure, Live and Learn for Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Heroes, What I'm Made Of for Sonic Heroes, I Am All of Me for Shadow the Hedgehog, their remix of His World for Sonic 06, and also All Hail Shadow, and many other songs, including their remix of Seven Rings in Hand from Sonic and the Secret Rings, and many songs for Sonic and the Black Knight, including the Night of the Wind and With Me. And if you haven't heard their songs, please check them out. They're awesome. And I also heard that a while back, Crush 40 and Sega sort of had an argument, and many people were afraid that they were they're not gonna work with each other again. But after this trailer, and I actually also saw on Twitter that both Crush 40 and Sega have reconciled and are back to working together again, which is awesome. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you guys. Not only that, but Crush 40 has announced that they're actually gonna be having a tour, and I don't know when they're gonna start. They're gonna start their tour, which is gonna be freaking awesome. But I really hope that whenever they announce that they're going to be playing at my state, in Florida, I'm definitely pre-ordering the tickets right then and there. because they're one of my favorite rock bands, and I know the only other time I went to like a band or an orchestra was the Sonic Symphony Orchestra, and I freaking love that. And I don't know if this is true or not, but it's possible that they could bring back the Sonic Symphony Orchestra. Who knows? Alright. So I heard that there's actually some leaks in the 4chan website regarding Sonic's 35th anniversary. And for those of you who haven't heard, 4chan is sort of I believe a website where people talk about rumors and leaks of upcoming games and upcoming updates for different types of games. And sometimes 4chan does get some things wrong, but other times does get some things right. And what's interesting is that I actually heard about the leaks of 4chan regarding Sonic Forces. Well, actually, not Sonic Forces, Sonic Frontiers. And it does confirm that the game is going to be open world, that Amy, Tails, and Knuckles are going to be playable, and of course, there being a Ghost Girl, aka Sage. And of course, Sonic using different fighting combinations, which is still freaking cool. And now 4chan has leaks and rumors regarding the Sonic 35th anniversary, including the upcoming Sonic game and possibly a remaster and new stages for Sonic Crossroads. So, let's check them out. Alright everyone, here we are on Twitter with the screenshots from 4chan regarding Sonic's 35th anniversary. Now before we continue, I actually would like to talk about Nakamura-san. And who he is that he's actually a producer at Sega, and when he retweeted the Sonic 35th anniversary, he quoted by saying that thank you for the support for Sonic, and he also mentioned a couple of Sonic characters, including Silver, Mephiles, and Infinite. And I don't know if this is a hint that we might see Mephiles and Infinite again, but it is possible, and I don't know if we're going to be seeing, but I'm sure, and I know we'll see the return of Silver, but yeah, it is possible that we could see the return of those two villains, both Mephiles and Infinite. Who knows? Alright, so for all of these announcements and leaks, please take them with a grain of salt, for it's possible that many of these leaks and rumors could be wrong, but we'll find out down the line later down the line this year, as Sega announces Sonic's 35th anniversary. All right, so for the Sonic announcements, the next game is going to be called Sonic Eclipse, and it's going to star Sonic, Shadow, Silver, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy as the playable roster. And it's going to feature a dimension mechanic, and states that you can switch between the real world and the Eclipse dimension. Now, I want to pause there because what's interesting is that one specific stage in Sonic Racing Crossroads actually has an eclipse in it, and that is the Golden Temple. Now I don't know if the Golden Temple in of itself is in the Eclipse dimension or in the real world, but it is possible that the Golden Temple might have a connection to Sonic Eclipse, because when you first enter the stage behind the temple, you see an eclipse, which, yeah, it is possible. That is actually a possibility, but we won't know for sure until it is officially confirmed. Alright, so Sage is also gonna return, and we're also gonna have a handful of other Sonic characters as NPCs, including Big, Blaze, and Tangle and Whisper, with Tangle's voice work being provided by Erica Harlacher, I hope I got her last name right, from what she sounded like. Now, I want to pause here because what's interesting is that we got the most recent episode of the Chaos Case Files, and they actually mentioned a couple of characters that are going to appear in the third episode. And for those of you who have seen and heard the second episode of the Chaos Case Files, you know who's going to appear in the next episode. But if you haven't seen episode 2, please pause the video and go check it out. And when you're done, you can come back here. And if you're still here and you want to hear spoilers, okay, this is your final warning. Spoiler alert. So in the last part of episode 2, Vector mentioned that Team Chaotix was going to meet up with Tangle and Whisper. Yes, everyone, Tangle and Whisper are officially going to be in the Chaotix case files, and that's when we're going to hear their official voices. And that is really cool. That is really freaking cool. And not only that, but Tangle and Whisper are going to also be in Sonic Racing Crossroads this month, which is still really cool. I'm really excited that they're being in Sonic Racing Crossroads, and it is also cool that we're gonna first hear Erica Harlacher as Tangle in the Chaotix case files. I don't know who's going to voice Whisper, but we shall see. So this actually lines up with the rumor of Tangle's voice work, and this may line up with this. But once again, we're gonna take this with a grain of salt. We don't know if it's until it's officially confirmed. Just a grain of salt. All right, moving on. So Crossroads will be featured at a State of Play in February, and I've heard that the State of Play is going to be on February 6th. And it says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Avatar will be shown off, as well as Billy Hatcher, Akira, and Alice Bragman from the Phantasy Star Online. Now, we do know that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Avatar are going to appear in Sonic Racing Crossroads, and we're going to have both the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as well as Avatar characters, along with stages based off of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Avatar. And I don't know which Avatar characters we're gonna have, but it's possible that we'll have Aang, Zuko. I don't know about Korra, maybe Katara, Toph, or maybe or maybe, I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be like multiple characters or just one or two, but we did get 3 characters from Minecraft, including Steve, Alex, and the Minecraft Creeper, along with Pac-Man and the 4 Ghosts. So it is possible that we'll get like multiple characters, but we'll see what happens. And it looks like we're also getting the more Sega characters, including Billy Hatcher and Akira and Alice Bragman from Phantasy Star Online, which will be pretty interesting. But once again, we don't know if this is going to be true, but we'll find out when the State of Play rolls around. And it's also here that the Dawn Pod Travel Pass will be shown off too, which features extra tracks and crossworlds. Okay, so Mementos, Press Garden, and the Algo system are among some of the tracks shown, but it's a quick teaser. Literally runs off the reveal of Alice with, "Oh wait, where are we?" line from Sonic, which will say, "Wait, where are we?" From Sonic after a ring sends him to Mementos. Okay, now for those of you who don't know what I actually remember what Mementos is, and it's actually an alternate dimension in Persona 5 where the Phantom Thieves enter to explore, and it's sort of like a cognitive dimension where they travel around fighting off against like cognitive demons, and also take on minor missions to help people. I don't know what the Algo system is, but I'm interested in Press Garden. I wonder if Sonic is going to mention this, mention his adventures there, which would be pretty cool. And not only that, but the voice acting for Sega characters and possibly paid DLC is being discussed. So it is possible that we'll get updates of the voice acting for many of the characters, because I know that a lot of people complained a lot complained about the DLC characters not having any voices, like SpongeBob, Patrick, and Pac-Man, and of course like the Werehog, and as well as 9, Rusty Rose, and Dreddle Nux, because yeah, I know those don't. I know they don't have any voices. And yeah, it is possible that they'll update them with voices. Who knows? I don't know, but once again, this is all rumors and leaks, so once again, take this with a grain of salt. And a second character pack is also in development. Sanrio and DC Comics are in talks for characters. Ooh, okay. So it is possible that we'll actually, that would make sense since we did get the Sonic and DC crossover with Sonic and his friends teaming up with the Justice League. So it is possible that we'll get like some DC characters. And this says, I'm pretty sure Sony shot them down for Astrobot and Square shot them down for a Chocobo Racer. I don't know if this is confirmed or not, but it's possible. Okay, so here's another one. Sonic Unleashed has gained a remaster, and I think that is really cool, because I know millions of Sonic fans begged Sega to release Unleashed in Steam, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X, because Sonic Unleashed is one of the best Sonic games ever. And I know people were a bit mixed about the Werehog, but over time they've grown to like it. And I like Sonic Unleashed as well. And it also says here that Amy is the playable extra character and has a few open world segments in the various cities. And after that, there's some more non-game media plan. The same studio that did the Shadow Gens and Crossroads animation is doing a full-length 15-episode anime set right before Eclipse. And I think I heard that there is going to be another Sonic TV show, and I think that may line up with that, with the full-length 15-episode anime set right before Eclipse. Once again, I don't know if this is true or not, but we shall see. So the first announcement comes at the State of Play, and Sonic Central comes later. Alright, hopefully we'll see what happens. But here's another one for 4chan. New open world Sonic game? So it says here, a person who I know who works as a janitor in Sega's headquarters in Irvine, California, told me about a new Sonic game he saw. Believe me or not, I don't care, but if it becomes a reality, we'll see. I trust him. He told me these things. There's a new Sonic game, he saw only a short clip in the menu, no gameplay footage seen from him. The game is called Sonic Eclipse. The title looks like Sonic and the Secret Rings 1 because it's written in gold and has a really close font used. The game was on a PS5, he told me in the room that he saw has only PS5s. He saw 15 seconds of a clip. It shows a big city with Sonic in it, and it ends with Sonic and Eggman teletransporting, but there it ends without showing where they go. And the menu has Sonic watching a city at noon, but the city is distant. Also, only single player in options. As I said, I trust this person as he's a friend of mine, but obviously it's unfinished, so what he said to me could be things that could change later on. Alright, so discussing this, it is possible that this could be relating to the previous leaks that we're talking about, and this is talking about Sonic Eclipse. And actually, it would be interesting to see Sonic running through an open world style city, which actually would be pretty cool. So it's like something similar to like the PS4 Spider-Man game. And actually that'd be pretty cool with Sonic going around in open world city, or almost like in Kingdom Hearts with Kingdom Hearts 3 in San Francisco. Is it San Francisco? I forgot the world name. Sorry guys. But that would be really cool. And of course, but we don't know if this is truly confirmed or not, but once again, we'll take this with a grain of salt. Alright, so let's move on to part 2 of the 4chan leaks. Alright, here we are with part 2 of the 4chan leaks, and it looks like for this one, there is some sec for the Sonic Eclipse, aka the Sonic 35th anniversary game. It looks like there's it looks like it lines up with the previous leaks, which names is called Sonic Eclipse, with the frontiers like with a city, and actually no, it'd still be pretty cool, and Shadow being playable, and about being an alternate world, and Sage returning too. And that actually would be, once again, this is still leaks and rumors, so it is possible, but we'll take this with a grain of salt. Now, okay, so it looks like we're definitely gonna get so much more for Sonic Racing Crossworlds, but once again, these is still rumors and leaks, so once again, take this with a grain of salt. Sonic Racing Crossworlds surprises are extra content packs relatively early in the planning stage for some of this, including new cups, including the Ruby Cup, comes with Studiopolis, Kingdom Valley, and the Space Colony art. That is really this is really cool. At a Chow Garden in Null Space Crossworld? What? Are you serious? A Chow Garden in Null Space Crossworld? Really? Oh my gosh, oof. That sounds too good to be true. Not only that, but we also have the Drive Cup, comes with Green Hill, Speed Highway, and Metal City? Okay. So with that, so here, that's a sort of a speed bump there, because Speed Highway is already a level in Sonic Racing Crossworlds, and yeah, that's I think that I don't know if that's gonna be changing or not. I don't know if it's gonna be like a different Speed Highway, maybe the one related, maybe the one relating to, I don't know if it's the one in Sonic X Shao Generations. I don't think so, but we shall see. And adds Cityscape and special stages Crossworlds? Really? Okay, so a Cityscape Crossworlds does sound really cool, but a special stage? What kind of special stage as a Crossworld? Is it talking about like the one in Sonic Mania? Or like, is it gonna be like a combination of like different ones? Is it gonna be like the ones in Sonic 2, a mixture of Sonic 1, Sonic 3 and Knuckles, Sonic Mania, Sonic Heroes? Or even special stages in or other special stages? I don't really know. But that does sound intriguing. Alright, next up we have the Genesis Cup. Comes with Mementos, Dream Valley, and Temple Trouble? The last two are ported directly from Transformed. Oh, I see, okay. So Dream Valley and Temple Trouble are, okay, those are stages from Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. Okay. Interesting, okay. Adds Kamurocho and Miku concerts Crossworlds. Alright, okay. Okay, so I don't know some of these stages, but a Miku concert does sound pretty cool as a Crossworld. Alright, and we have the Ages Cup. Comes with Chili Castle, Burning Depths, and the Race of Ages. Adds Graffiti City and Tartarus as Crossworlds. Is Graffiti City from Jet Set Radio? That would make sense, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, all of this sounds really cool. And not like that, but there's also a Twinkle Park car, Chaos Themes vehicle, a Lego truck. Actually, that makes sense since we do have Lego Sonic. Eggman's drill car. Didn't we already have that? Or is it a different type of drill car? Amy's Sonic R car. That's cool. Breeze and a few boards, including the Crazy Taxi. Okay. Berserk, new Chaos Emerald themed board, Shinobi Strike, and Steampunk board. Oh, and with all new names to go with the customization feature, including new characters, including Batman, Superman, and the Flash. Ooh, comes with Gotham Highway stage. Ooh, that actually sounds really cool. And Corone, just her own, just on her own. Okay, so let me see here. I've heard Corone. I don't know who Corone is. I tried looking her up, but I don't know. So I mean, this all sounds too good to be true for Crossroads. I know a lot of people wanted to have a lot more Sonic stages, and I mean with Studiopolis, Kingdom Valley, Space Clay Arc, that sounds really cool, and the Chelgar and Null Space, that sounds really cool as well, and even all the other stages sound really cool as well. But once again, 4chan might be wrong about this. We don't know, but the last sentence for this one states, the details on the Crossroads stuff in the first teaser for Eclipse is due to be revealed early 2026 at Sonic Central. It's possible, but we shall see what happens at Sonic Central. Alright, next up, so these are several releases lined up. This should be revealed at a big Sonic Central that will be announced soon, including Sonic visual stories, and I don't know if that means like the visual novels, like basically minigame / VN collection. Okay, so it is sort of like it is like a visual novel series, like Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog? Probably. Fully voiced, mostly text point and click with some assorted minigames in between. Each story has a different character as the protagonist. There's one about Knuckles that includes a dungeon crawler like missions where you explore ancient temples and stuff. It's really the most expansive one. The two are about Shadow and Rouge and the Chaotix. Available for Switch, Switch 2, and PC. That's interesting. So it is. So it's okay. So it's like a. Okay, so that is like a interactive visual novel. Okay, so it is sort of like. Okay, dungeon crawler like missions. Okay, so it looks like it's gonna be a mixture of visual novels and also other games. Oh, but mini games in there. Okay, that's pretty cool. So that is interesting that they're going to be expanding upon visual novels. Well, once again, we don't know for sure. We've got to wait till Sonic Central. Ooh, okay, Sonic Unleashed Definitive Edition. Okay, so this is the Sonic Unleashed remaster that we talked about earlier. Includes all DLC content. Shadow and Knuckles are added. There are part of a new rival missions when you race against Shadow in daytime stages or fight against Knuckles as the Werehog? Really? Are you serious? Is that true? That is actually pretty cool. Okay, that is actually cool. So what's interesting is that back when Sonic Unleashed was made, Sega was originally going to add Shadow and Knuckles into Sonic Unleashed, but they decided to keep just to focus on Sonic. And originally it was meant to be like Sonic Adventure 3, but they decided to just focus on Sonic and leave Shadow and Knuckles out. That is pretty cool that if this is true, then it is cool that Shadow and Knuckles are coming back. Meta requirements are lowered, okay, that's good, but they rearranged the level order to make some of the extra DLC acts and rival missions mandatory. Okay, no dub / rewrite, alright. Remix soundtrack and some new music, ooh. Could that mean that we'll be actually seeing new stuff? Customizable outfit system? Really? All consoles and PC. Ooh, okay. So no dub / rewrite. Okay, so it looks like they may have, I don't know if it's because they learned about this from Sonic X Shadow Generations. I don't know, or I'm not really sure, but the remix soundtrack and new music does sound really cool because Sonic Unleashed already has a really good soundtrack. The customizable outfit system, I don't know what that is I don't know what that means, but I think it means like Sonic would change into different outfits. I'm not sure, but this does sound pretty cool. Once again, it is still rumors. Actually, it'd be cool if they call it Sonic Unleashed Adventure. So to sort of like have like an Easter egg with both it being originally Sonic Adventure 3 and with with Sonic Unleashed being called Sonic World Adventure in Japan, which that would be pretty cool. Alright, so Sonic Eclipse, main open world Sonic game. Sonic and Shadow are the main characters in both playable, which lines up with the previous mention about that. Spin Dash comes back, city area with NPCs, once again, back to that. No boosting, new burst speed mechanic, you can use special moves and increase combat power while maintaining top speed. Also ties into Sonic CD-like dimension hopping, where activating certain items on the overworld can transport you into the alternate world. Ooh, okay. Linear levels are still in the game. Switch to PS5 and Xbox. Huh. So it does line up a little bit with the previous one, with the previous post here, as well as the one also previous from that, including the open world, Sonic and Shadow being playable, and the city area of the NPCs, as well as the dimension hopping. Okay, so there's gonna be no boosting, the spin dash will be coming back. Okay. And it's also, linear levels will be still in the game, and the dimension hopping, where activating certain items in the overworld can transport you into an alternate world. That does actually sound really cool. Well, once again, you have to take all this with a grain of salt. Alright, so here we are with the last screenshot here from 4chan, and it is once again like also lining up with the other leaks that we have seen, with the top being Sonic Eclipse, the main playable characters being Sonic and Shadow, and it says there may be others unlockable later in the game, which will be referring to Silver, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy. Completely overhauled player controller, boost removed and replaced by rolling and spin dashing. Feels very adventure-like. Okay. Combat is still in the game, but it's definitely cut back. It focuses more on how you approach the enemy instead of spamming special moves. It's way less flashy. Okay, so it's more like I think what it's saying is, so it's a toned-down version of Sonic Frontiers' like special moves. I believe that's what it's saying. The game takes place on a singular world map. Not all areas are accessible right away, for there are 4 main islands with smaller islands in between. Okay. So what's interesting is that I believe I think it was last year or the year before that, that people are believing that Sega is making a Sonic Frontiers 2, and it is possible that this could be Sonic Frontiers 2, and of course being called Sonic Eclipse, and it says there are 4 main islands with smaller islands in between. That is sort of similar to it does sound similar to Sonic Frontiers, since Sonic Frontiers does take place on 5 different islands, though originally they were supposed to be like 3 islands, but they had to but I think Sega had to like make them a bit like make one of them smaller in order for the I don't know much about behind the scenes for that one, but yeah, it does seem that this could be Sonic Frontiers 2. And linear levels still exist, but you can access them using a key item called a Moonstone. Once equipped, you have to gain enough speed to warp into a level. It's a similar mechanic to Sonic CD's time travel. Actually, that does sound similar to Sonic CD's time travel. The way that he goes to the past or the future with the help of the past and future signs, and that does sound similar to like the time stones as well. Stages in the game. There's a new mechanic called Burst Mode. If you maintain top speed for a certain amount of time, you get a flashy after image effect that allows you to perform new special moves. So that's sort of like so it's saying like the after image effect similar to Sonic Lost World, but performing the special moves similar to Sonic Frontiers. Side loop returns, but instead of being digital, it's a wind-based move. Okay. I see. Wind-based move. So, it's scheduled to be revealed at the Game Awards. If anyone is curious about any more specific of some sort of question, I'll try and answer if it's something I know about. I don't know if they're talking about the Game Awards revealed last year, or if there's going to be some upcoming Game Awards. I'm not sure. I really don't know, because I know that we didn't see any new Sonic games at the previous Game Awards. But to be honest, all these leaks may sound a bit. It sounds a bit too. All of them sound a bit too good to be true. But once again, all these are rumors and leaks. But this is a possibility that this could be that Sonic Eclipse could be the official Sonic's 35th anniversary game, and we'll also be getting a Sonic Unleashed remaster, as well as new levels for Sonic Racing Crossroads, which would still be really cool. I mean, and yeah, but for now, we're gonna take all this with a grain of salt, and we'll see what happens in both the PlayStation State of Play as well as the upcoming Sonic Centrals, and we'll see what news and updates we'll get officially from Sega, Sonic Team, and as well as news and updates from Sonic Stadium. But I mean, with all this does sound too good to be true, but we'll see what happens for Sonic's 35th anniversary. So those were all the leaks and rumors regarding the upcoming, Sonic's 35th anniversary celebration, with both the new Sonic game, the Sonic Unleashed remaster, and possible new stages for Sonic Racing Crossroads. I mean, what do you guys think? These sound pretty legit, or do you think these are just rumors, or do you guys think these are just rumors and we might not actually get these at all? Or do you think Sega may have something else in mind for Sonic's 35th anniversary? Well, let me know in the comment section down below. So that's gonna be all the time I have to take for this video, but don't go away, stop plenty of more reactions and discussions. Look forward to more soon. So stay tuned for more. So thank you everybody so much for watching. If you like this video, be sure to check out my other Let's Plays where I do all kinds of gaming content, including 2D games, side-scrolling games, action-adventure games, racing games, fighting games, horror games, visual novel games, and many other games. Also be sure to check out my other content where I do reviews, discussions, reactions, top 10s, voice impressions, challenges, and theories. And if this type of content you're watching and kept updated for all these videos, please hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Speedstreak.